And we are live. Welcome everyone to Mufasa's daily book reading at noon. Today we're going to be reading from the book that we current coaching book that we're still reading from, Executive Coaching with Backbone and Heart: A Systems Approach to Engaging Leaders with Their Challenges. This book was written by Mary Beth O'Neill. We're currently going to be reading from chapter 7, which is phase 3, live action coaching. And that's the title of the chapter we're going to be reading today: Live Action Coaching. Strike While the Iron is Hot is the headline for it. I hope you've been having a really good week so far and had a fantastic weekend and you're excited for this reading. Please do find the link to our YouTube channel in today's description box, and you'll be able to read and listen to all of our content that we've read before. Also, the content from the previous book is in a wonderful playlist ready for you to listen to, as well as another playlist of the book that we're currently reading to get all the other nuggets that we've already read. Okay, I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. We're going to read. Okay. Phase 3, live action coaching. Strike while the iron is hot. Live action coaching is more like improvised jazz than a choreographed dance. You intervene in unexpected yet useful ways to help your client achieve his goal in the session. Live action coaching is more like improvised jazz than a choreographed dance. Since live action coaching means you are present when your client conducts business activities and interactions, you face a built-in awkwardness. Few people feel at ease when someone observes them doing their work. Nevertheless, they begin to see the benefit when it provides feedback that can increase their effectiveness. One new client recently told me, "I want to coach so I can see myself in action, someone who can observe what I can't." Before embarking on an in-depth exploration of live action coaching, I provide a brief overview of a coaching development sequence that are often used when working with clients over time. These stages represent the usage flow of activities and events when the client has chosen the complete process that includes live action coaching. You can use this evolutionary sequence to assess your approach to your clients. The sequence is as follows. Stage 1 is the behind the scenes coaching of the client. Stage 2 is the observation of the client in a business meeting with her directs and in one-on-one meetings with staff members. Stage 3 is live action coaching of the client and her direct reports in a business meeting. Also at this stage, live action coaching of the client and her directs in one-on-one meetings with staff members. Stage 4, live action coaching of just the client when the client is in a business meeting with her team or in one-on-one meetings with the staff members. All of these coaching stages demand a range of experience and skills level from the coach, but the most demanding is stage 3, live action coaching of the client and her direct reports in a business meeting. Also at this stage, live action coaching of the client and her directs in one-on-one meetings with the staff members. You can use this survey of the coaching sequence to assess your skills and assertion which currently represents your skills level when you coach executives. This sequence provides a blueprint for increasing your repertoire of coaching. The more of this sequence you can master, the greater value you bring to your clients. Stage 1, behind the scenes coaching of the client. On one end of the coaching continuum is behind the scenes coaching, which includes contracting, planning, debriefing with the client. This type of coaching was the focus of the previous two chapters, contracting and planning. You can obviously go and listen to these two chapters that we read in on YouTube on our channel. They are in the playlist, and we will revisit in the code in chapter 8 debriefing. Many clients may want this kind of coaching exclusively and choose to implement their plans on their own without your presence. It is a bit misleading to think of behind the scenes coaching as the simple end of the coaching spectrum. As I have already discussed, coaching requires a tremendous amount of personal presence and organizational savvy. It is on the far end of the continuum, however, for two reasons. One, it does not have the added complexity inherent in live action coaching. And two, it encompasses a necessary set of coaching tasks that accompanies live action coaching. Live action coaching depends on effective contracting and planning beforehand and briefing afterward. The skills required for the stages. We explored most of the skills for behind the scenes in the previous chapters, maintaining a strong signature presence, having the ability to see systems, working from the client responsibility model, and helping the client set goals and plans for actions. So, what I really love about this already is that we did read about this in our previous reading, because we only do 10 minutes, so you might think that we didn't get to it in a chapter. However, we really did, especially all of the things that she's just mentioned now. um, Maintaining a strong signature presence, we read about that. Having the ability to see systems, we read about that. Working from the client's responsibility model, we read about that. And helping the client set goals and plans for actions, we also read about that. So if you are definitely intrigued by what these may be, go onto our YouTube channel and you will be directed to the playlist, and then you'll have a good look and feel of what we're actually talking about for this stage one. Stage two is observation of the client with her direct reports. It is one thing to hear a client's own account of her leadership challenges, but it's quite another to actually see her implementing her leadership goals. I suggest that you set time aside during all of your coaching contracts to observe your clients. At some point, I want to see my clients in action rather than merely hear the accounts of their decisions and actions. I also get a fuller sense of the reinforcing patterns that my clients and others contribute to the co-created dance between the client and her team. I love the fact that she used co-created there. My goal for observation is to see clients at least every other month during the length of our coaching contract. This keeps us both honest about how much progress has been made during the coaching work and how much further the client has to go to make her leadership goals a reality. For live action coaching clients, the goal of this stage is to observe the client with her team of direct reports when they conduct their business and factor this observation in when it comes to intervening with clients. The purpose of this observation is twofold. One, to see how the leader and the team interact with each other on their own without intervention from a coach. The observation operates as a bit of a pre-test to see how they do without help. And two, to see how much capacity and resilience the leader and the team have with each other. For example, are they brittle, defensive, open, curious, engaged, disconnected? It is useful to recognize the skill set and emotional tones that emanate from this leader and team. It helps prepare for the live action stage of the coaching. The skill required. The coach must notice themes in the client's strengths and challenges and describe them back to the client in specific and observable ways that will help develop a targeted action plan for the next steps. This was also really spoken about in the Energy Leadership book. How to notice themes in the client's strengths and challenges. This was definitely in one of the energy levels. So go to that playlist as well. Stage 3, live action coaching of the clients and his direct reports. Live action coaching can be helpful to clients who are stuck within ineffective patterns with their teams. This intervention helps the client experience kinesthetically and opportune times for changing the pattern, because the coach can stop a client midstream and suggest an alternative action. The in the moment self correction can help the client recognize and eventually anticipate those times when he responds automatically. Live action intervention combined with behind the scenes coaching can speed up the change process. And that is our reading for today. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and that you will definitely consider subscribing to our channel, because it has absolutely amazing content, as well as getting another listen and watching the videos that are already up on the channel, because they have really, really amazing gems. As you can see, we're referring back to some of the videos that we already read on energy leadership and on this book. So tap into the wisdom, the well, that is on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching today's live. I will see you on Friday. Bye. Oh, actually, there's comments before I go. There's a comment here by Ayanda, and she says, thank you, I'll definitely visit the YouTube channel for the playlist. Thank you, Ayanda. You'll definitely enjoy it, and it's an absolutely amazing playlist. And she's already subscribed to the channel, so this is great. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, and to you too as well. Once you've subscribed, thank you for subscribing to our channel. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.